And welcome back to the Angry Teacher channel. I'm Richard Williams, the Angry Teacher, and today I'm going to talk about avatars. No, not the movie, but the new one is good. Way of the Water, man, that was good. One of the best 3 hours that I've spent in a while. But in any case, 3 hours is a long time. But in any case, I'm talking about avatars for your TPT shop. Let's get into it. Now, to begin, I've always heard about the avatar. Never paid much attention to it. In my head, I'm just going to help every teacher out there who's ever wanted to teach or is ever teaching and all that good stuff. A friend of mine who, and I've watched videos, I've watched Lauren Fulton, the rebranded Teacher Academy, I've watched Becca Davis, It's All Primary, a whole bunch of people, a lot of people, right, that have talked about having an avatar. And once again, in my head, I feel that I know who I'm catering to, but I need to write it down. I've written it down because as I was watching somebody else who's not even in education, but just talking about marketing, we need to know who our clients are. So once again, I've talked about how I picture my store as a brick and mortar when people come in. And for the most part, if you start building a clientele, you kind of know the people who are coming in. You can kind of see who they are and figure out what they need and kind of send them to what part of the store that it caters to them, you know. However, when you're doing electronic sales or digital sales, it's kind of hard to figure out who's coming into your store, especially the way TPT does it. We have no idea who these people are. All we know is that they're educators. So I believe we need to start building, we need to have an avatar. What's an avatar? An avatar is basically, what does your ideal customer look like? Who are you selling to? For example, I do upper classes. For example, middle through high school. I don't do elementary school. Yes, there are very few items, you know, reading strategies or whatever that may apply to maybe 5th grade, maybe 4th if we're pushing it, but all the other stuff, that's for somebody else, somebody else's genre, somebody else's niche. Handle that. I do middle through high, mostly high because I've been teaching high school longer than all the others. I was in middle school for about, I believe, 4 years, and then the rest of my career, and I've been teaching for 22 years, has been in high school. So, you know, most of my stuff is high school. So with that said, that's who my avatar is. That's not enough. There are 3 things you need to know when you think of an avatar for your store. There are 3 things you need to think about when you're thinking about who you're marketing to. Who are you making products for? Who is your store really for? Let's get into it. 1, demographics. Think of the age of the person, the gender of the person, the income, the family, who they have in their family, what do they have going on, their occupation. By occupation, don't come at me now. Just because it's TPT doesn't mean they're all teachers, you know, as in the regular sense. They could be just educators, they could be counselors, they could be paraprofessionals, they could be admin, they could be coaches, so athletic coaches. So whatever educators in the building, that's who we need to be thinking about. Which one specifically is the avatar that we're looking for? What is their lifestyle? Are they busy after work? Are they rushing home to get stuff done with their families, but they still need to lesson plan? Are they only lesson planning on the weekend? Do they even lesson plan? Are they subs? These are things you need to think about with the demographics. Who are the people we're catering to? And yes, you can have more than one avatar. A friend of mine who does a completely different business, he's a teacher too, but he sells smoothies. I'll try to remember to drop the link down in the description so you can check out his stuff. It's usually in the Miami area, but you know, I'm sure he's gonna go worldwide soon. But in any case, he has more than one avatar that he caters to, and it works for him. So the names of his products are different based on the avatars that he's marketing to. So you can have more than one. With that said, I do lesson activities in my store, and they're mostly for the teacher who I've already lesson planned. I know exactly what I'm going to do and know how I'm going to get the kids there. However, on this journey, what lessons, what activities can I give them to kind of spruce it up, make it a little bit more interesting. So that's one of my avatars. The teacher who knows what they're doing and they're trying to get the lesson to be a little bit more up to date, a little bit more engaging, getting the kids more involved, and I don't have to prep too much to get it done. That's one of my avatars, okay? Geographics, number 2. Why would I cater to this particular person in this particular location? So you need to think of the wheres. Where is this classroom? Is this person moving from classroom to classroom? Is it a class that has more than one type of student? Most of them are. What country is it in? What street specifically? What kind of environment? Do they live in an apartment? Are we catering to teachers who teach in an urban area? Are we catering to teachers who teach in a rural area? Are we catering to teachers who teach in AP classes, dual enrollment classes, IB classes, all these advanced classes, or are we dealing with the ones who are teaching reading and so on and so forth? So these are things with the geographics that we need to know. Will the teacher have access to a smart board? Will the teacher have access to a printer? These are things to think about for your avatar. Lastly, number 3, psychographics. Why would I cater to a teacher or an educator like this? So in your TPT store, think about the attitude of the teacher that you're thinking about. Think about the interests of this teacher that you're trying to reach out to. Think about their beliefs, their value systems, their religions, if you need to. Think about, are they going to cater to kids of different types of religion, different races, different genders, or different classifications in their classrooms? Are they catering to one particular type of kid? Their affiliation. Are they a part of different progressive or conservative groups? Are they more homeschool parents or homeschool educators? What is this avatar that you're looking for? Once again, you can have more than one. It would be awesome if we could streamline and write down the different types of avatars that we have that our store is catering to. Now, even though you can have more than one, I wouldn't suggest doing too many avatars, but then your store is going to have too much going on. So, you're going to be trying to cater to everyone and then confuse everyone. So you'll be catering essentially to no one. So these are some things to think about: finding your ideal niche and then finding your ideal avatars for that niche or those niches, and then you'll be good to go. All right. Let me know what your niche is. Let me know what your avatar is, and we'll have a conversation. Love y'all. See you in the next video.